This is the greatest JRPG of all time, and it wasn't made in Japan. Now that's not my claim, at least not yet. It's what people online have been shouting from the rooftops, calling Clair Obscure Expedition 33 a masterpiece, a genre-defining work, and the new gold standard for turn-based JRPGs. As someone who's sunk an unhealthy amount of hours into every Final Fantasy since VI, Legend of Dragoon, Octopath Traveler, Chrono Trigger, I had to see it for myself. But I'll be honest, my first instinct was skepticism. A French indie studio mixing turn-based combat and real-time action, it sounded like it was destined to be a stylistic mess. Even Square Enix struggled with that kind of fusion. Looking at you, Final Fantasy 15. So for a team of just 33 developers, I wasn't expecting miracles. But I kept hearing the same thing again and again, that this game doesn't just pay lazy homage to the classics, it rewrites the formula, with stunning visuals, satisfying combat, and a whole lot of existential dread. So I decided to go in completely blind. No reviews, no let's plays, just a few headlines, a trailer, and a gut feeling. Let's find out if this beautifully tragic little game can truly stand among the legends of the JRPG genre.
Our Expedition 33.
We start our journey with some beautiful views of Lumiere, a dreamy, decaying version of Paris. You even spot a crumbling Eiffel Tower off in the distance. Now, a little fun fact, Paris in real life is called La Ville Lumière, or the City of Light. Not just because it's poetic, but because it was one of the first cities to adopt widespread gas street lighting in the 19th century. Fancy and functional. After that little detour, we meet Gustave, our main character, and Maëlle, who feels like the teasing little sister energy in JRPG form. They heckle each other like old siblings, but underneath it all, there's real affection. But it's all bittersweet, because today is the day of the gommage, when everyone who turns 33 gets turned into rose petals by this mysterious being called the Paintress, and unfortunately that includes our ex-girlfriend Sophie. So yeah, things are already personal. We watch her get erased in a swirl of petals, probably absorbed by the Paintress for some dark, not yet explained purpose, we don't really know. The key takeaway here though is that Gustave and Maëlle are a part of Expedition 33, a last-ditch effort sent out each year to stop the Paintress before she drops the death age even lower. Each failed expedition inches humanity closer to extinction. So, Sophie dies. I get emotional. I'm not kidding either.
I'm here.
I'm crying more than the characters are. This music is not helping. Well, it's really helping set the mood, but it's not helping my tears. Set up the atmosphere of the music, it hit me way harder than I expected. Anyways, we launch our expedition finally. We hop on the boat, full JRPG squad energy, and head towards the main continent. And when we land, we immediately get obliterated. Some old dude stepped out of the mist like he owns the place and wipes the floor with our entire crew. And then we wake up, and that's where the real game begins. We finally take control of Gustave, alone, gearless, and walking into the unknown. Our first non-tutorial enemy shows up, a crystal rock golem thing. Combat is a mix of slick turn-based tactics, quick-time dodges, and this cool real-time aiming mechanic. It's like turn-based combat with anime flair, and the visual effects are straight up gorgeous. Side note, this whole system hit me with a giant wave of nostalgia. It reminds me a lot of Legend of Dragoon on PS1, which had one of my favorite mechanics ever, timed attack combos. Didn't realize I needed that back in my life until I landed my first perfect hit here. Anyways, we smoked the golem and pushed forward. So how does it work? They said there's an Expedition 0, but ours is called 33 because it's the year 33, right? Like, you have 33 life thingies left. Damn. We stumble into a graveyard of our comrades, just piles of dead expedition members. Gustave collapses beside one of them, who was on our expedition, broken. He pulls out his pistol, pushes it to his temple. He's ready to end it right there. But Lune, our Meiji party member, shows up just in time. Drops a line, pulls him out of it. Classic anime timing. Together, we press on toward the indigo tree, fighting our way through grief, monsters, and lingering trauma.
Ice shatter.
Oh yeah, perfect counter. Hey, what's up, gang? This little... Boom, I get first strike, and fuck you. We're just gonna do the same thing. Every time, easiest buy. Oh, dude, it's so satisfying. Being addicted to that. Here it is. Being a little addicted to this combat. Being that perfect parry, it reminds. It's kind of like Dark Souls, you know?
The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah, you should just be glad you're not alone, Gustavo, okay? Gustav. Saved your life, you know?
The indigo tree's over there.
Where? I might be stupid, but I do not see a tree. Let's run up to this guy. Hit him with the... Oh. Dude, the effects are so clean. It's like, they have such nice impact frames. And the rest, let's carry on then. Interesting story building.
Flares!
Outside the tree, we find Leo, a survivor, for about 5 seconds. Then a tree root spears him, and boom, first boss fight. Enter Avec. Big, angry, and apparently immune to my personal ability to parry. This fight taught me pain. So what you're saying is, if I go boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he summons minions. Oh, great. In classic JRPGs, what you do is not kill the minions, if you can. Because you could just focus these little dudes. The big dude, instead. Maybe that's not the plan here, though. Though we finally landed the killing blow and trigger a cinematic finish that looked absolutely sick, we then reached the indigo tree and find a message. Mael was taken north to some place called the Weird Corals. Classic cryptic JRPG directions. There's some back and forth with Loon on whether to stay or chase her, but Gustav wins out and we go. I like the French. They're definitely saying, not slurs, but curses. I don't know what any of them mean, so it's just funny to me. Merde. Streams within the coral. Interesting. And this is like a little teleporter to the next zone. Now the coral area is kind of wild. It's like being underwater without actually being underwater. There's floating bubbles, fish swimming through the air. It's kind of dreamlike and eerie. New enemies show up here too. Quick dudes with triple combos and these weird diver guys strapped with mines you can snipe off, which was super satisfying. We eventually find the hut. We head inside looking for Mael, only to get sucked into a strange door and find her alive, saved by a faceless stranger. That's where our first journey comes to an end. I went into this expecting some decent gameplay. I wasn't expecting a crazy, beautiful storyline that had me emotional within just the prologue, and primed and ready for vengeance by the first act. Expedition 33 is seriously, so far at least, one of the best gaming experiences I've had in a crazy long time. It's a very unique and fun take on the JRPG genre. And honestly, I'm hooked. If the rest of the game keeps up this pace, we might seriously be looking at a modern classic in the JRPG genre. And depending on how well it ends, maybe even the greatest of all time. If you want to catch the next episode of me playing Expedition 33 as we continue the journey, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to check another really awesome indie game, consider this video next.